So all of you please listen. It's a very simple question. You need not know anything about function. Let me discuss. Here it is given that f of x equal to 2x minus 5. First one is f of 0. F of 0 means you just substitute x equal to 0 in this formula. In this formula, you just put x equal to 0. That's all. So f of 0 will be 2 into 0 minus 5. Put x equal to 0, we get f of 0. All of you clear? It's a very simple one, right? Aryan, manasilayo? Aryan?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Deva, are you okay? Clear? Deva, please respond. So f of 7. How will you find out f of 7? Put x equal to 7. In the formula, put x equal to 7. So becomes 2 into 7 minus 5. 14 minus 5, that is 9. And f of minus 3. In the formula, put x equal to minus 3. Minus 6 minus 5 minus 11. All of you please write down. If you are okay, finish, then raise your hand. Deva understood. Rakshana, Shivani. Okay, everyone okay. We can go to next problem. Fourth one is similar. I don't want to discuss the similar question. Okay, I mean fourth one is also by direct substitution of the value. Fourth one is very similar to third one. I don't want to discuss the similar problem. Let me discuss the second question. Let me discuss the second question. In the second question, the second part is very important problem. Let me discuss this. Find the domain. This is the last exercise of this chapter. Find the domain and range of the following real functions. The first one is f of x equal to minus mod x. The first one is f of x may be replaced by y. Okay, normally we do like that. F of x is denoted by y. Y equal to minus of mod x. We have to find the domain and range. For this question, no calculation required. For this question, no calculation is required. Domain is the set of possible values of x. Y equal to an expression in x. In that equation, domain means the set of possible values of x. If the question is about domain, you just ask yourself that, can I substitute any value for x? Is there any issue if I put any real value for x? No problem. Can I put x equal to positive number? Definitely no problem. Modulus of positive number is valid. Can I substitute x0? Mod 0 is valid. Can I substitute negative value for x? Modulus of negative number valid. So whichever value you substitute for x, the expression is valid. It will be always defined. I don't want the value, but it is defined. There is no doubt. Even if you put x positive number, even if you put x0 or negative number, whatever value you put for x, the modulus value always defined. So the set of all possible values of x for which the expression valid, that is domain. There is no restriction. X can be any real number. Is it okay? All of you clear? Aryan, Rakshana, Deva. Hello? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I told you in most of the question 90% of question domain is R. Okay, so you just ask yourself, this must be valid, no problem even if you put any real value for x. But why the range is difficult? All of you please listen. Range is difficult. The range is values of y. Can you suggest anybody what are the possible values of y? Anybody? Aryan, Shivani, anybody? What are the possible values of y?
Sir, R.
Are you sure? If you have any doubt, I will tell you. It is not a general technique. If you have any doubt, let me draw some arrow diagram. Remember, it is not a general technique, but you will not have any confusion. Okay, you will get some idea. So that's why you want range, right? You need range. Okay, you just actually this is not required, but to make you understand, let me draw the arrow diagram. Real number means 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. -1, -2, -3, etc. including fractions. The fractions are also there in between them. The second one is also real. 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. -1, -2, -3, etc. Y equal to minus of mod x, right? You what happens? These are the rough work actually. These are the rough work. If x equal to 0, y equal to minus of mod 0. These are the mental calculation. These steps are not required actually. If x equal to 0, y equal to minus of mod 0. 0. Understood? If x equal to 0, y equal to minus of mod 0, 0. If x equal to 1, y equal to minus of mod 1. Mod 1 is 1. Can I reduce some steps? Mod 1 is 1. But minus is there outside. -1. When x equal to 1, y equal to minus of mod 1. So when x equal to 1, y equal to -1. Not a general technique, but you will get the answer. Okay, no doubt that. If x equal to 1, y equal to -1. In this way, in the same way, if x equal to 2, y equal to minus of mod 2. In this way you can proceed like this. And now what about -1, -2, -3? Let us look at that number. If x equal to -1, what is y? If x equal to -1, what is y? Y equal to minus of mod x, right? If x equal to -1, you can ask me doubt after this. Okay, let me complete it. After that you can ask me doubt. If x equal to -1, y equal to minus of modulus -1. If x equal to -1, what is y? Minus of mod -1. Minus of mod -1 is 1. Mod -1 is 1. So when x equal to -1, y equal to -1. In this way you can proceed. The remaining step will be homework for you. If x equal to -2, you will get y equal to -2. In the same way you can proceed. You can do later. In this way the arrows goes. Okay. If you look at the arrow diagram, you will get some idea. You will get an idea about the range. Domain is the elements from which the arrows start. Hence it is capital letter R. You see that from every real number arrow starts. Arrows is starting from every real number in the left hand side. Hence domain is R. Range is the set of elements at which the arrows end. You see that the arrows ending only on negative number. No arrows going towards positive numbers. 1, 2, 3, etc. They are free. No arrows ending on positive. All the arrows going to negative number, including 0. Negative number means minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, up to minus infinity. Understood? Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, up to minus infinity arrows goes. So we can write like this, from minus infinity to 0. The arrows ending on minus infinity to 0. Arrows, why we are writing like this? Minus infinity to 0 means, look here, minus infinity is in the left side, 0 in the right side. Minus infinity to 0 means from minus infinity till 0, including 0. So I repeat, you can see that all the arrows going towards a negative number, including 0. Negative number means minus 3, minus 4, up to minus infinity. So minus infinity to 0. 0 is included. So we use this bracket in the side of 0, meaning that 0 is included. Okay, this is a good method, but this is not considered as the general technique, but small problems we can use this method. So you will get both domain as well as range. Okay, so all of you please write down, and if you have any doubt, please ask.
Sir, instead of writing that bracket minus infinitive comma 0, sir, we can write as z minus also, no, sir?
Z minus, tell me once again. Z minus.
Yes, sir.
Why Z minus? I could not understand. Why we are writing Z minus?
Sir, actually for domain we are representing it as R for real numbers, sir. Like that, for range y we can represent, instead of writing minus infinitive comma 0, we can represent it as z minus, which is
not Z minus. R minus is okay. Not Z minus, R minus. The fractions will be there in between them. There will be fractions will be there. R minus is okay, but 0 to be included. R minus means negative real number only. But 0 is not a part of, 0 is outside. So R minus you cannot use. R minus means negative number only. But here 0 is required. Okay, so please write down. Shivani, Aryan, clear ayo? Shivani, Aryan. Rakshana, you understood. So please write down, and if you have 100% clear, raise your hand. So all of you okay. The second question is a very important question. In school exam, I am sure this question will be asked. If there is a question from the relation and function, surely this type of question will be asked. Okay, it's very, very important one. F of x equal to root of 9 minus x square. We have to find both the domain and range. So the second question, I am going to answer the second question. The second question is f of x equal to root of 9 minus x square. Steps are required. We have to find out the domain and range. First, f of x is denoted by the letter y. Shivani, this complete indirect Shivani. Y, f of x is denoted by y. Y equal to root of 9 minus x square. This is the first step. Domain is the values of x, the possible values of x. Here you may be thinking that x can be any real number. You may be thinking that x can be any real number. No. For some value of x, this expression is not valid. For some value of x, this expression is not valid. For example, if you put x equal to 4, If you put x equal to 4, this expression is not valid. It's an example, okay? I'm just saying an example. 9 minus 16, you will get root minus 7, not defined. Square root of negative number not defined. We studied. Only we can find the square root of positive number only, or 0. So can I say that x any real number? No. First of all, you may ask yourself, can I substitute any real value for x? No. For example, when x equal to 4 or 5, etc., you can see that you will get a square root of a negative number, which is not defined. So in this question, x is not all real number. Some number should be excluded, like 4, 5, etc. So I will explain the actual step. Let me complete the explanation. After that, you can ask me doubt. Okay. I want to find the domain. All of you please listen. To find domain, the steps are required. In this particular question, the steps are required. To find domain, 1 minute. To find domain, what you have to do is, whenever you see square root, remember that the term inside the square root must be positive number, or it can be 0 also. In any question regarding domain and range, if there is square root, the first step must be this: any expression inside the square root must be positive. I mean greater than 0, or it can be 0, no problem. Square root of 0 is valid. Square root of positive number also valid. But square root of negative number not valid. So remember, in any question, if you come across square root, this must be the first step. That expression inside the square root must be greater than or equal to 0. Okay, clear? Aryan, Rakshana, Deva, understood? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And remember, there is a chapter inequalities. So far I have not taken that. So in the chapter you will learn that this arrangement does not affect the inequality. I mean, if it was equation, definitely we can do the arrangement. Plus term go to the other side becomes negative sign, or negative term from one side to another side becomes positive sign. That step can be done here also. Okay, in the case of inequality, I mean greater than, less than symbol is there, even then you can do the arrangement. Okay, so minus x square taken to the other side, it becomes plus x square. That arrangement does not affect the inequality. The greater than or equal to remains greater than or equal to itself, but this minus x square becomes plus x square in the other side. So this kind of arrangement does not affect the inequality. But if you transfer one term to the other side, the sign will be changed. Are you okay? Understood? All of you clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 9 greater than or equal to x square, or x square less than or equal to 9, both having the same meaning, isn't it? This one and this one, they are same thing. Both of them having the same meaning. What is the meaning of this? 9 greater than or equal to x square. Or we can say that x square less than or equal to 9. The same thing is written. Okay, both having the same meaning. So x square less than or equal to 9. So actually there is a square. I will tell you how to solve this inequality. If x square less than 9, can you suggest what is the value of x then? Taking square roots, okay? Taking square roots, definitely without any doubt you can say that x less than 3. Understood? Is it correct? Oh, sorry, x less than or equal to 3, but not finished. Just taking square roots both sides. So left side I took the square root, I got x. Right side also I took the square root 3. So x square less than 9 implies x less than or equal to 3. Is it okay? Understood? All of you clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
But remember, if you take the square root, there is a problem with the inequality. This step, no problem. Taking square root, the same symbol you can use, no problem. But remember, x less than 3 means there is a limit. X less than 3 means x can be 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, up to minus 3 it can go. It can go up to minus 3. Why? If x decrease further, if x is say less than minus 3, for example, x is minus 4. If x is minus 4, the inequality will not be satisfied. I will repeat, don't worry. If x is less than minus 3, this one will not be satisfied. For example, if x is minus 4, minus 4 square less than 9, it is wrong. Minus 4 square is 16. So this one is wrong. So I will write it as a note. So you just memorize that. It belongs to another chapter, inequality. So you just memorize this. So no further explanation is required. Memorize one. If x square less than or equal to a square. Remember, less than or equal to. X square less than or equal to a square. You memorize this as a result. It belongs to another chapter, inequality, linear inequalities. If x square less than or equal to a square, then x lies between minus a and a plus a. You please memorize this as a result. If x square less than or equal to a square, x lies between plus or minus a. X lies between plus or minus a. Consider it's a result. So x square less than or equal to 9, or I can write x square less than or equal to 3 square. 9 is 3 square, right? So this is of the form x square less than or equal to a square, this format. So in this case, x lies between plus or minus a. X lies between plus or minus 3. X lies between plus or minus 3. E or equal to is possible. Okay. So this one minute. So I want the domain. Domain is the possible values of x. Domain is possible values of x. The value of x lies between minus 3 and 3, including these number. The value of x lies between minus 3 and 3, denoted like this. Minus 3 to 3. The including minus 3 and 3 can be equal to minus 3 and plus 3. To include, we use this bracket. This bracket means that minus 3 to be included, plus 3 also to be included. So I got the domain. You please write down. If you have any doubt in any step, you please ask. If you are 100% clear, then raise your hand. Deva, Rakshana understood. Shivani okay. Aryan മനസ്സിലായോ? Aryan doubt ഉണ്ടോ? ഇല്ല. The next is range. Range is difficult. Compared to domain, range is tough. Range, to find range. Range means the values of y. Range means what? The values of y. It is given that y equal to root of. Actually, this one is read as not root, positive root. I will tell you. What is the meaning of this symbol? Most of the students do not have any proper idea about this symbol. Actually, this symbol means that only positive square root to be taken. Whenever we use this symbol, it means that only positive square root to be written. For example, all of you please listen. What is this? You may be thinking that it is plus or minus 5. No, we write only positive square root. Actually, this one is read as positive square root of 25. Actually, its meaning is positive square root of 25. Hence, we don't write plus or minus 5, we write only positive value. Most of the students are not aware of this fact. So please note that this symbol means positive root only. This symbol means only positive square root only. Don't write plus or minus, okay? If you want plus or minus, never don't use symbol. If you want to write plus or minus 5 as the answer, don't use this symbol. Write it in words. Square root of 25. Write it in words. Square root of 25 plus or minus 5. But this symbol read as positive square root of 25. Hence we write plus 5 only. We don't write minus 5. Most of the students are not aware of this fact. Please note that this symbol means positive square root only. Okay, understood? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is y then? Tell me, what is y? Y equal to positive square root of 9 minus x square. This one read as positive square root of 9 minus x square. That indicate that y is a positive number. Understood? Y equal to positive square root of 9 minus x square. Hence, y is some positive number. 0 can be written, okay? I mean, for example, if the question is like this, definitely we write 0. So y is some positive number, or it can be 0 also, because in this situation we will write 0. That's why. So but we don't write negative number, because this read as positive square root of something. Positive square root of something will be positive, right? Hence, y is some positive number. We don't know its value, but I am sure that y is some positive number or 0. But what kind of positive number, I don't know. But I know this much. Y is some positive number. Not completed. Not completed. Till this step, are you okay? Till this step, you are okay? Please respond. Okay. Now, you please memorize the steps. Normally, in indirect questions, in an indirect question, to find the range, normally what we do is y equal to the equation y equal to be converted to x equal to. I will discuss one question outside NCERT. Then it will be clear. In an indirect question, what is the general procedure for finding range? The equation y equal to be converted to x equal to, or at least x square equal to. Either x equal to or x square equal to, no problem. There is a general way of finding range. So y equal to equation to be converted to x equal to or x square equal to. Let me square both sides. What happens? Y square equal to, if you square right side, the symbol will be removed, right? You can ask me doubt after completion, okay? I just squared both sides. Let me do some rearrangement. This taken to this side, this taken to that side. To find the range, you have to convert the equation into either x equal to or x square equal to. So x square equal to 9 minus y square. Is that okay? All of you clear? Till this step you are okay?
Yes.
So x equal to or x square equal to, both are okay, no problem. So remember, you know that x square will be a positive number. Square of a number, will it be ever a negative number? No. Square of a number will be always positive, or 0. Square of a number is always positive. X square is a square. X square is a positive number. So 9 minus y square must be a positive number or 0. What is the reason? I repeat. Square of a number will be always positive, or it can be 0. Hence 9 minus y square greater than or equal to 0. Let me do the rearrangement. Minus y square taken to the other side. So I can write 9 greater than or equal to y square. See, This one taken to the other side. Can I reverse? Yes. 9 greater than or equal to y square or y square less than or equal to 9, both having the same meaning. Here y square less than or equal to 9 means y lies between minus 3 and 3. Y lies, but not finished. Y square less than or equal to 9 means y square less than or equal to 3 square. Let me put it in a box. This condition will be used later. Y square less than or equal to 3 square means y lies between plus 3 and minus 3. Because we studied that one. If x square less than or equal to a square, x lies between plus or minus a. If y square less than or equal to 3 square, y lies between plus or minus 3. But there is a condition initially I have written, y only take positive number or 0. So the negative numbers to be rejected. There is a condition that y must be some positive number or 0. So these negative numbers should be rejected. This side means that y equal to minus 3, minus 2, minus 1. That kind of number should be removed. So 0 to 3, no problem. 0 to 3, this condition does not make any issue. But minus 3 to y, there is an issue, because minus 3 to y greater than minus 3 means y can be minus 2, y can be minus 1, like that. But here there is a problem. So this part should be rejected. Only this part to be considered. So y can be greater than 3. Y less than or equal to 3. This portion is removed. 0 onwards, no issue. This part is rejected. 0 onwards, no issue. So the value of y from 0 to 3, why I rejected negative values? Because y should be positive number or 0. So 0 onwards possible, but no negative value. So you can ask me doubt after this step. Okay, let me write here. I think you can see that range is the values of y 0 to 3, closed interval 0 to 3, closed interval 0 to 3, the number from 0 to 3 including 0 and 3. So use this bracket. So range is minus 3 to 3, sorry, domain is minus 3 to 3, range is 0 to 3. All of you please write down. If you don't understand any step, you please ask. If you are 100% clear and finished, you can raise your hand. Shivani, Rakshana, understood. All of you clear, understood. I am giving you one similar question. Actually it is very similar, but let me see whether you are able to do or not. Because this type of question is important, that is the reason. Very simple question, similar to previous question. Find domain and range f of x or y. Okay, find domain and range of this function. Send me the answer within 2 minutes. Okay, through WhatsApp. So the next is, there are other questions. range, fifth one is there. This is the last problem. Normally for 11th standard the miscellaneous problems are not so important, but for 12th standard, okay, it is important. Look at this question. All of you please look at this problem. 1 minute. Okay, find the range of the following function. The domain is not required, only range is required. Let me join. 1 minute. Okay, listen, all of you please listen. In this question only range is required, domain is not needed. So let me answer each of them. First question, ശിവാനിക്ക് ആൻസർ കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ എനിക്ക് ചാറ്റിൽ അയച്ചാട്ടോ ഇതിൻ്റെ. ഫസ്റ്റ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ഈസ് y equal to f of x is normally denoted by y, right? Y equal to 2 minus 3x, where x is a real number, x is a positive number. But I don't want x, I want y. Range is the values of y. The possible values of y is said to be range. It is a little bit difficult. Okay, it is a little bit difficult. What are the possible values of y? Anybody? What are the possible values of y? Remember, listen. The exact method is, all of you please listen, to find range. I don't need domain. Actually domain is clearly specified here. The values of x clearly specified here. I want range. I want range. Range means what? The possible values of y. I told you that in most of the question, I mean indirect questions, the procedure is the y equal to form, the equation in y equal to form to be converted to x equal to form. X square equal to form is also okay. X equal to form or x square equal to form, that is also okay, no problem. So I repeat, the general method of finding range is the equation y equal to be converted to x equal to. That is the general method. So this is y equal to form, I want to convert it to x equal to form. It's not difficult. Look here, y equal to 2 minus 3x. Actually, in order to solve this question, you must know a chapter, linear inequalities, but it is not, it is, I think it is 5th chapter, 5th or 6th chapter, but I will explain the theory. Some theories are required from the topic linear inequality. I will discuss. Y equal to 2 minus 3x, I want to convert it to x equal to format. So do the rearrangement. Minus 3x this side and y to the other side. That minus 3x becomes plus 3x in the left side. The y go to the other side, 2 minus y. Yes, 2 minus y. I think you understood this step. All of you clear? This step is okay. This step is okay. Please respond. All of you clear? This step is okay.
Yes, sir, understood.
Oh, okay. X equal to, what is x then? What is x then? This 3 go to the other side, becomes divided by 3. So x equal to 2 minus y by 3. Actually this is the general technique. Y equal to form should be converted to x equal to form for finding range. So if you look at this equation, you will get some idea about y. What are the possible values of y? It says that x must be positive real number. In question they clearly says that x is a positive real number. What is the meaning of this? X is positive, also x is real. X is positive real number. So this entire thing is x. This should be positive. Why? Because it is mentioned in the question, that is written here. X is 2 minus y by 3. That x must be positive, mentioned in the question. So this 2 minus y by 3 must be positive. Then you can tell what are the possible values of y, so that this one positive. Now it is not hard. Till this step, are you okay? Till this step.
Yes, sir.
So listen, the 2 minus y by 3 to be positive, right? 2 minus y by 3 to be positive. Use your logic. Use your logic. 2 minus y by 3 will be positive only if the numerator is positive. The numerator must be positive. If the numerator is negative, this thing cannot be positive. So this entire expression will be positive only if the numerator positive. Denominator is already positive, the numerator must be positive. Negative number divided by 3 will not be greater than 0. So this suggests that 2 minus y must be positive. This says that the numerator must be positive. Then only this entire expression positive. 2 minus y must be positive. I want y, right? I want y. I can solve this inequality. Transferring one term to the other term does not affect the inequality. So minus y is transferred to the other side. So 2 greater than y. 2 greater than y or y less than 2, both having the same meaning. 2 greater than y or y less than 2, both having the same meaning. What is the range? Range is the set of values of y. So the value of y must be less than 2. Then only this condition satisfies. The given condition satisfy only if the value of y less than 2. The value of y less than 2, what does it actually means? The value of y less than 2 means the value of y less than 2, like this. Understood? Does not reach 2, but the value of y should be lying between minus infinity and 2. Then only y less than 2, right? Y will be less than 2 only if the y lies between minus infinity and 2. Okay. So I want to write in the interval form, that's why. So the range is the values of y. The value of y must be lying between minus infinity and 2. 2 is not included. It is not y less than or equal to 2. Or equal to. Equal to is not there. So y cannot be exactly equal to 2. Y is not exactly equal to 2. So 2 is not included. If the number not to be included, this bracket to be used. This bracket has a meaning. This bracket means that this number 2 is not included. Otherwise, if 2 has to be included, the square bracket to be used. So this bracket indicate that 2 is not included. All of you please write down. If you don't understand any step, you please ask me. If you are 100% clear, then you can raise your hand. Shivani, okay. Shivani, ഞാൻ തന്ന ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ചെയ്തിരുന്നോ? കിട്ടിയോ ആൻസർ? ഞാൻ കണ്ടില്ല. ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ, നോട്ടിഫിക്കേഷൻ വന്നില്ല. ശിവാനി, ആര്യൻ, രക്ഷന, അണ്ടർസ്റ്റുഡ്. ഓക്കെ, all of you clear. Then let me discuss the next problem. Okay, let me discuss the next problem. So the first question is over. Then let me discuss the second question. Second question is y equal to f of x is denoted by y. Understood? I am going to do the second problem. F of x is denoted by y. Y equal to x square plus 2, where x is any real number. X is any real number mentioned in the question. I want domain, I want range. The domain is already mentioned in the question. Real number. I want range. The possible values of y is said to be range. The possible values of y is said to be range. To find the range, the general technique is convert the equation into x equal to form or x square equal to form, any of them. Y equal to form to be converted to either x equal to form or x square equal to form. Let me take this 2 to the other side. We get x square equal to y minus 2. X square equal to y minus 2. So as I told you, either x equal to form or x square equal to form. This is the general way of finding range. So if you look at this equation, you will get good idea about the possible values of y. I think this type of problem I discussed. X square is a square of a number, it will be positive. X square is what? Square of some number, square of some real number. Square of some real number will be positive, or it can be 0 also. I hope you have understood the reason. X square means square of some real number. Square of any real number will be positive or 0 also. That is why this one greater than or equal to 0. So I got an inequality y minus 2 greater than or equal to 0. I want y. So minus 2 can be taken to the right hand side. So y. This arrangement does not affect the inequality. The minus 2 becomes plus 2. All of you clear? Please respond. All of you okay? Understood? Hello, Rakshana, Deva. Okay. Tell me. Deva, understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Y greater than 2. This number line is not required. You understood the meaning, right? Y greater than 2 means what? Y greater than 2 means the value of y can be, lies between 2 and infinity. The value of y lies between 2 and infinity, including 2. Then y greater than or equal to 2. So the value, range is the set of possible values of y. The value of y lies between 2 and infinity, including 2. Equal to 2 is possible. So the range is 2 to infinity. So you please write down. If you are 100% clear, you please raise your hand. Rakshana, Shiva, any understood? Deva, okay. Aryan, മനസ്സിലായല്ലോ? Aryan.
Yes, sir.
Then last problem completed. Third one is a very simple question, no calculation required. For third question, no calculation required. F of x is y. No calculation required actually. This is identity function. This is identity function, we studied already. X is real number, okay. X is real number. We studied both domain and range. Domain is R. The value of x is same as value of y. So range is also R. The value of y is same as the value of x. Understood? No arrangement is required. Whatever value you put for x, the same value for y. X takes the real number. So y also get real number because y and x are same thing. Understood? If x1, y1. If x minus 1, y minus 1. So we are substituting real values for x. We get the same real value for y. So y also real. So range is R. Okay? Range is R. If you are okay, please raise your hand. If you are 100% clear, please raise your hand. Okay, understood. So this one is over. So this chapter is over. From my experience, normally miscellaneous questions from miscellaneous exercise will not be asked in exam. But you may go through the miscellaneous exercise. If you are not getting any answer, you can tell me. One question, let me discuss one question. For that question, the theory is not required. Even if you don't know function, you can solve it. Only this one. Let it be the last problem from miscellaneous. Even if you don't have any idea about function, you are able to solve it. In the first look, it appeared to be tough question, but it is very simple. It is very simple question. Given that f of x equal to x plus 1, g of x equal to 2x minus 3, I want f plus g. Look at the question. F plus g is the short form of f of x plus g of x. Understood? So no need to worry about this expression. F plus g is the short form of f of x plus g of x. We just add them. Understood? This is the first question. The sum of the two functions I want. F of x is x plus 1. G of x is 2x minus 3. X plus 2x is 3x. 1 minus 3 minus 2. The next is f minus g. Look at the question. Next is f minus j. It is the short form of f of x minus g of x. F of x is x plus 1. G of x is 2x minus 3. Open the bracket. Open the bracket. Minus go inside the bracket. Plus 3. X minus 2x minus x. 1 plus 3, 4. The last one is f by g, short form of f of x by g of x. The no simplification is required. X plus 1 by 2x minus 3. All of it clear? Aryan, Rakshana, Shivani, all of you clear?
Yes, sir.
So you please write down. This chapter is over. Rakshana, I will correct your answer paper right now. Others I have sent it. Shivani, Deva and Aryan, I have sent your answer paper. Rakshana, I will send it today itself. Okay. I think there will be an exam in the next class. Okay. In the next class, that chapter is relations and function. Okay. This chapter. It will be descriptive. So if you have written, you may leave the class, and if you have any doubt, you please ask.